Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the E30. But first I want to just tell you real quick, I think I'm going to do a giveaway pretty soon. I've come up with something that I think everyone will like and can use no matter what build I have that you're into. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, head over to Instagram at the JDM Don. There'll be more info posted there in the next 2 weeks, I would say. I will talk about it in the next videos as well and kind of tell you what you can do and how you can enter to win. It'll be pretty simple, but I think it'll definitely be something cool that everybody kind of would want or need. But let's go back to it. First off, last video I talked about, we were at the dyno with Andy and things kind of got messed up after that, so we didn't do any videos of testing and all that. What happened was that night after we dropped the car off after the dyno, Andy found the rack had a dead spot in it, and we were just, everything was too late. He didn't want to change a rack, so he just called it and ended up signing up for the day before the Gingerman event Grid Life started. He signed up for test day. Goes to test day, what was it, night, goes there and ends up going out for a session, trans kind of just real quick grind going into fifth. Doesn't pop out or anything, just quick grind, a little crunch. Then comes back in, checks everything looks good, got fluid and all that. Ends up going back out next session, does it in fourth, and then does it in third. So it's progressively starting to get worse. Calls me kind of just like at wit's end, just, you know what, man, I'm done. And I get it. I mean, we've all been there before. You put your everything into it. You put hours and hours and problem after problem. So I kind of tried to talk him down a little bit off the ledge and let him kind of calm down. The next morning he called me and said, hey, do you still want to change that trans? Because I offered right away, I offered up my trans. I'll come up, put my trans in, you won't miss qualifying or any of that. So that's what we ended up doing Friday morning. Put my JDM ITR trans in it, and from there, car ran good. We had some little issues here and there, but I was gonna film it. At the end of the day, I wanted to be there for him. I've been there before, I know we all have, and it was just, he was so stressed out. So I just wanted him to have a good weekend, so I kind of put my own stuff to the side and just was all in with him. So ended up being a good weekend. Last race, he ended up breaking driver's side axle. I think he figured out a lot of those changes he made. He's going to go back a little bit to what he had last year, and then he is going to run Hoosiers next week at Autobahn, so curious to see how he does with those. He's definitely been at a disadvantage running a Toyo RR tire. But anyway, back to the E30. I really got FOMO, fear of missing out, at Gingerman. Watching the 56 car field, Felicia looks at me, she's like, don't you wish you were out there? I'm like, yeah, I do. I really, really do. I want to finish the E30. I want to go home and put it together. So I came home, took it out of the barn, uncovered it, and brought it back in here and started tearing it apart. So motor's out. It was the M42. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw a little bit of it, me pulling it and all that. But motor's sitting over there. The M54 is probably going to leave tomorrow. You know, if the kid doesn't flake again. Kids don't flake. Don't be flakers. It's a horrible thing to be. Just be honest. I don't want it. Or I change my mind. But trans is sitting over there. I'm going to use the ZF trans still. But it's going to be K-swap. I'm finally going to make the plunge and go K-swap. K-Power Industries makes a bad kit, and the owner, Dave, is a great dude, has a good mindset with customer service, and their development is great. They don't rush things out. They wait till they could test them, they beat them, and let everybody drive the car, and just before they could put it out months early like another company we know, and that copies their stuff and just have tons of problems. But anyway, so they're getting the parts together for that kit for me, and hopefully I'll have it within the next month or two. Everything's kind of delayed right now with all the stuff going on in the world, but until then, I'm gonna get the car going as best I can. I got a Chase Bays, which it came with the car. I'm not a big fan of his. He rubbed me the wrong way a couple years ago with some stuff I ordered from him, and his customer service was horrible. But this is really kind of one of the only radiators for this car, and how I wanted it to fit. It's a tucked radiator. I wanted the radiator as far forward as possible underneath the core support so I could build ducting to it, and it was as far away from the heat of the motor as possible. So kind of show you a little bit of that and tell you a couple more of the plans. Let me grab the camera. All right, so here it is. I got rid of some of the stuff on the sides here, so I just painted it, but here's how the radiator fits. You had to get rid of the hood latch, I had to cut that out, and then I had to cut the lower support out, so I'm gonna build that out of tube, weld that on, so it'll be kind of a support, but it'll also protect the radiator. Also, I got rid of most of the wiring in here. Sorry, it's still a mess. But I'm gonna paint everything, probably like a super light gray, almost white. So it'll kind of be the best of both worlds. But the car's apart now. It's kind of a bare tub up front. So back though here, we'll talk more about it. The engine is going to be a K24 with the R40 head. So it'll have the merge kind of style header. It'll be that just oval header from the newer K series. I think that those motors are going to be a little more accessible now, and they're going to be cheaper. And I'm not trying to make all the power. I want to make like 190 to 200 wheel and go from there. So we'll see how that goes. A couple more things I might do to the car we'll go over next time. I don't want to spill everything right away. So hopefully I'll start the wiring and stuff soon and get all the fab work done in the front end, get that buttoned up, and so go from there. So stay tuned. Please like, subscribe. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, and stay tuned for the giveaway. It'll be something cool. I think a lot of you guys have followed me long enough now that I'd like to give back to you guys and see somebody have something cool. I'll talk about that next time. But thanks for watching. Have a good one.